Yep.
Good, I'm glad that music came on as soon as I started.
Don't see the issue.
That'll be soon that we're getting to that, but... Alright. Yep, we're live.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, also, make sure to meet the dashboard.
This image always makes me sad and amused at the same time.
Which one? The
See you
X-Lay
again at
one?
X-Lay 2.
Oh, yes. Alright, now that we're live, welcome. We are doing another episode of Ranking of Shmups. Another batch of random games. Hopefully we'll be better than the MSX special, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure that it's going to. Got a much stronger batch of games this time.
The bar is extremely low.
It is, but we'll get there. All right. So first up, docket. I originally actually wasn't going to do this game today, but then I thought about it I forgot exactly what made me think about it, but I'm like, oh, hey, this game's actually pretty good, so why don't I go ahead and do it? Yep.
I can't wait for this mystery game to be revealed, and for all of us
I gotta
to be
turn up
disappointed.
RetroArch.
Soon we will know. Soon.
This is Pooyan.
That's a terrible name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's as high as it goes, apparently. So this is probably gonna be a little quiet.
I can't wait to kill
So-
Mama.
I assume
But we are
play as
going to be the
Pooyan.
mama. So as you can see from this attract mode, we are a mama pig who is trying to defend her piglets against these wolves.
Isn't this game later referenced in fucking Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker?
Yes, it is. Let's start.
Like, so why do the wolves know how to
Well, we got
aim
the story
flight?
right here.
Oh, okay. It's not gonna explain what I want to know, right?
Probably not. Okay, so basically you can really only move up and down, so it's kind of like a sideways. Oh, no, I remember. So you have a little bow that you have to pop their balloons.
What happens if you shoot the wolves instead?
They have a shield and it doesn't do anything. Sometimes they can dodge. Oh. And when you miss, they will climb up those ladders, and now I have to be very careful around there. Also, if you go at the top, oh, you can shoot their projectiles out of the way. So, you see that little meat thing at the top?
Yep.
That is actually power up.
I mean, you still hit someone with it.
I got hit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
I can't
really wish I
believe
could
all
turn-
the pigs are orphans now.
Actually,
Are you trying to input the Konami code and becoming a super pig or something?
no, I am trying to...
I mean, the Konami code wasn't until later anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine if they just put it in
Retroactive.
somehow. Yeah.
What are you doing? Look, imagine if you weren't an idiot.
One sec.
That's no way to live, Torpo. That's no way to live. I don't know. What are you doing? You like destroyed everything.
You know what?
I can't believe this is still Twitter. Game Barn?
Excuse me one moment, my controller is messing up.
Huh. Hi, Bear.
Bear's a huge fucking nerd.
So rude. So rude.
Rude but right.
I do have to say that I've already enjoyed the first game of this evening, so that's a first step.
Back to it. All right. Okay.
The MSX can suck it.
We're gonna start. But I actually got it to be a little louder, so you can hear the nice little tune.
Hell yeah.
So I actually want to say that the main theme, this I believe is a piece of classical music, but I can't remember what exactly it is. Also, I keep on forgetting what the shoot button is.
I also appreciate how you just greatly overestimated the effectiveness of that meat.
Yeah, well, I'm more used to the NES version of this, where it's a lot easier curve.
So is there any way you can get rid of the wolves that got on the ladders?
No.
Oh.
Finish the level.
But pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, you managed it.
Hell yeah.
The arc on that is super weird.
Yeah, because since I'm used to the NES version, so the arc is a little bit, more,
Forgiving.
yeah.
Oh no. Now there's wolves on all the ladders.
Whoop.
Yeah, you kinda boned.
Damn.
Is this level 8, or what does that mean? over there
So
at
that 8 in the
left?
top left is actually how many wolves are left.
Oh.
How much wolf murder you have left, you monster.
So... So, you mentioned earlier, the Metal Gear Peace Walker reference in this.
Yeah.
This is particularly the stage that it references. So soldiers will be fultoned up going up to the top, and you as Snake have to shoot them all down.
But you just called the wolves soldiers?
Well, in Peace Walker. But it's a little bit easier because, you have a gun. And can freely aim, also.
If only we were Solid Pig.
Oh damn.
Nice.
I'm
So,
assuming
in this
that
one-
if they get to the top, they start pushing that rock and kill us?
Yes. So it's kind of like a Jack and Pop situation.
Oh no, we screwed up.
There's only so far a single wolf can push it, though, so...
Oh, okay.
Hey, they're hungry wolves. They haven't had pig yet.
Yeah.
They don't have the stamina to go for the pig. Nice. They go for pig.
Also, if the meat seems to be recharging faster than I remember it.
It might be because
Isn't
of
that a
the
good thing?
stage.
Yeah.
Could be. Also, I can't exactly tell what the Oh, there's also a thing that you can do. Like, you notice if it gets deflected, if the shot gets deflected, how
Yeah.
it kind of goes down. You can actually hit a balloon with that.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You rescued all 6 pigs, and then got
Yep.
crushed by a boulder.
So, as a old arcade game, this is kind of a very much a case in which kind of a loop situation, where basically the stages endlessly repeat. I'm pretty sure we've actually seen the entire game.
Oh, okay. So does this
To be
count
fair, this
as a
was
shot for
82.
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that?
As
Oh, I
to be
asked
fair,
if
this
this-
was 82.
Yes.
Okay.
Still, for something from '82, there's a surprising amount to it. Also,
Yeah.
it's quite nice.
All right, so I think we kind of get the gist.
Why is that one wolf purple and pink and yellow?
I want to say that kind of acts as like a I think if you shoot the strawberries, you get points.
Okay.
So it's a UFO and
Kind of, but oh, also if you didn't notice, you can. Oh, yep. If you noticed, I can't actually shoot the projectiles out of the air, but it is slightly.
it's too,
I
it's
want
too
to
bad
say
you-
this
you
actually is
don't
the
hit
same
the
year
wall
that
with your-
Frogger came out. Put in perspective.
what's
I
it?
think this is better than Frogger.
It is. Because Frogger, yeah, as another
Frogger is boring.
Konami's arcade, or 82 arcade. Play for 5.5 minutes. I want to say this music was used as a title screen music. Ports.
Man, I can't believe you got the high score, Lola.
Yep.
I don't know how you did it.
So, Huyan.
It was a game.
Yeah.
In terms of ranking, I feel
Every-
that it is pretty
is
fun to
better.
play, even as basic as it is.
I think it's better than everything we played on the MSX last time, so...
Well, so
above
it's at
all
least
that.
number 9.
Yes!
I would say it's better than Dragon Breed. I don't know. I would say it's better than
Baraduke is
Baraduke.
top.
Don't know if I'd say it's better than Bosconi
Maybe.
though.
Put it at 8.
Thinking that's
Just
right.
barely beats out the Babadook.
Why? What?
The font for Baraduke in the game looks like the word Babadook.
Yeah, it's a giant mess.
Yep.
Right. Then for the music, basic but very catchy. Like I got that song stuck in my head early this morning when I was thinking about actually playing it. So
Oh, good.
I definitely would put it. I don't. It's weird thinking of like all these jingles as better than say stuff like Dragon Spirit or Life Force, but still, it does add to the experience. I think. Where I'd actually put it, I would say better than Life Force. Dragon Spirit has really good music. I'd say, yeah, I'd say below Dragon Spirit. All right.
Okay, that was weird.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So,
So
which my monitors I use as my main, so that kind of screwing me up on where my things are located. But next up, this is a sequel to a game that I previously ranked, actually quite low. This is 1943, The Battle of Midway. So, yeah, sequel 1942 changes up a lot, as you can probably already see. Yeah, it definitely, when they made a sequel, they definitely didn't mess around. Also, best part about this is 1943, The Battle of Midway. For those of you who do not know history, the Battle of Midway occurred in 1941, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. That didn't seem right.
Yeah,
It lasted for 2 years.
the best part about it is I'm pretty sure that there is a 1941. I'm pretty sure it just isn't the Battle of Midway, though.
Battle of Midway happened between June 4th and 7th of 1942.
Yes.
Only
Wait,
6
what?
months after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor and 1 month after the Battle of the Coral Sea.
Okay. So I guess it would have made sense in 1942, but which I'm pretty sure that actually 1942 was the Battle of Midway. But
Yeah.
anyway, why don't we actually go and start?
Are you gonna have 1 and 2 players?
So yes, you as you saw in the track mode, you can play this 2-player simultaneously. So yes, and actually, I'm going to do something to make this a lot more pleasant to play.
Give yourself infinite fuel.
No, I'm going to give myself autofire.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
All right.
This was re-released in the Capcom Classic Collection thingy for 360 and other shared items.
Yes, I believe. Yes, this is in Capcom Arcade Cabinet. So, yeah, it is a much better shmup, and I don't know if you can hear that, but I really like the first couple stages of music.
It's just so Astro Boy-ish in my head.
Yes.
It's incredibly shipper, the music.
Yes. So
It's like,
this game has like weird way it does power up. So if you can see on the bottom left, you have a timed amount with weapons. So kind of like Fantasy Zone, in that your weapons.
I feel like,
you don't have
the
ammo,
fuel is the more important one.
Yes, so that was another change they made. You no longer die in one hit, you have a fuel gauge. Which as you get hit, you take more, you take damage from it instead of just instantly.
Even if you don't get hit, it's going down.
Yes, that's another thing. It does constantly go down.
Fuel.
Also, I believe that was the first, if you saw the little power-up that I got, I want to say that was the first appearance of the Yasasachi, which became a standard power-up in other Konami games of the era, including the first Mega Man.
Capcom games.
Yes, Capcom games. Oh, did I say Konami?
Yeah, you did.
I always get them mixed up in my head. Yes.
How dare you?
Yeah. So, stages kind of normally, the flow of it is basically that you kind of have like a little prelude section, and then eventually it gets to the point where you're fighting some sort of battleship or huge plane.
Hell yeah. We can kill the Akagi, the Kaga, the Suryu, or the Hiryu.
Yep.
Destroy the Japanese Navy.
Did you manage to get 100%? Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll have to wait once I get to the next Oh, and after each stage, you refuel.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, those R's at the top. Those are actually something that I'll show in a sec, but I kind of want to wait until I get to the battleship part.
Okay, so now you need to kill the Kaga.
Yep.
Did you kill the Akagi the first level?
I
Or was it the Suryu or the Hiryu?
I can't remember. Also, if you haven't noticed, so
Yep.
sometimes you'll kill enemies that just kind of drop weapons.
If you destroy all of the red ones, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll just kind of drop a POW, which you can actually turn into other weapons. Almost in a Twin DS fashion, but it's a little bit more manageable because they don't bounce all over the place.
Also, three-way shot just seems like the best.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I'm actually more familiar with the NES part of this, which has a laser beam in it, which is actually pretty good.
Oh yes, remember the World War II lasers?
Yes. I think my favorite part about this so far is that this game is basically changing history to make it look like the Japanese were not horribly owned at the Battle of Midway, or as horribly owned.
I
Well,
mean, to
it's
be
kinda like-
fair, they're
it's the
getting
thing that I
horribly owned
mentioned-
by one fighter pilot.
True.
Oh,
One or two.
also,
depending on how many
by the way,
players.
here's my bomb. I make a tidal wave.
Yep.
Good.
But, so, Risen, I could argue this is potentially even worse a situation.
True. But the fun thing about the Battle of Midway is that a lot of the planes just completely missed each other, and a lot of the navy, and they didn't see each other's navies either. Until basically, the Japanese Air Force flew right over the American fleet at one point and just completely missed them. And how they were defeated generally, the actual, a lot of these battleships and carriers, what happened was our dauntless aircrafts found them just as they were refueling all of the Japanese aircrafts, so they could just shoot a couple times and ignite all of the fuel. Kind of like that.
You only got 90%.
Yep. So, do music. On the
I like how Google. Yeah, but I like how Google has expected you to do a flip manually, but you haven't yet.
Yeah, so I'll do it at you right now. Or,
Your sick
not.
dodge roll.
So actually, at least in this one, it is actually context sensitive. I really don't like the shotgun. It is a lot more effective in the NES version. It is in this one.
And the problem with it is how short the range is.
Yeah. So yeah, your bomb, kind of is like this elemental thing. Maybe I'll do a flip this time. No. Also, your bomb takes away. Oh, it's oh, so that's what the when the red R's are. So if the R is red, I guess you do kind of a bomb attack, but if not, it will be a flip, which you can use to dodge and fire.
Yep. So I thought it actually used your fuel as well.
Probably does.
I just remember not liking to use it.
Yeah. Also, there does seem to be a sort of, oh yeah, for this one, Yayako is an actual plane, so we're actually fighting,
A big ass plane.
yes.
The only problem that I have with this is that every time I want to get 100% destroyed, I never get 100% destroyed on anything, especially planes.
I do believe
Yeah.
actually you can also time out fighting those things.
Oh yeah, you can time them all out, but the problem is, I want 100%. I don't want
Yeah.
to shoot them down without destroying them completely.
Monster Hunter, but with blades.
So,
Yep. It's a ship.
yeah, I think it's every third stage you fight a plane. I want to say there's like 36 stages in this.
Wait,
Or
what?
maybe not that much. I think it's like 18. It's 36 in the NES version.
Either way, that's way too fucking much.
There's
Yeah.
only 4 major battleships that you kill that were lost during the Battle of Midway.
Yeah, well, eventually you
Yeah,
get to the
but
point
this
where
is
I'm pretty sure you fight the Ayako 2.
Oh, good.
It may or may not turn into Gundam models, I'm not sure.
Does the Yamato show up too? The pride of
Probably.
the
Actually,
Navy?
I think it does.
Good.
Final boss.
I can't remember. I want to say the Ayako 3 is the final boss.
I see this is the alternate history where the Americans defeated the Japanese Imperial Navy at the Battle of Midway Island, and they were never able to recover, no nukes needed.
Yep.
What a wonderful past.
Yep.
I can't get whatever that fruit was.
Strawberry, no.
Alright, so okay. I start to think this, I mean, we've seen, this is 1940. We've pretty much seen.
You're just gonna ram into everything until you die, okay.
Yep.
I mean, at least it's pretty alright.
Yeah, we got other stuff to play.
Yep. It's
Yeah, no,
definitely-
we've seen everything at this fucking point.
Yeah. I mean, the fights get more intricate and all that, but we've seen pretty much the. Oh. Hooray, I'm Death Note.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The single character in the entirety of Death Note.
The new
Alright.
Netflix version looks really good.
Alright.
It's just a man eating a bag of potato chips.
I mean, I do have some potato chips, but I won't eat.
You just keep them around for sentimental value.
Yes.
Okay.
They're too good to eat. Dill pickle. Anyway. 1943. It's definitely competent. And it's of, say, better than, say, like a Lester Zanuck.
Yeah.
Harsh.
It seems well made. I
Yeah,
would
it's-
say maybe around Gradius 2.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think it's
thinking
as good as Dragon Breed, because Dragon Breed has dragons.
It does. Yeah, Dragon Breed kind of has like that aesthetic kind of going for it, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is just it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, well made
Honestly.
shmup.
Like,
Oh,
honestly, it didn't
and-
stick out to me personally.
I'd still say it's better than Gradius 2 though.
That's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
Also soundtrack. Soundtrack is pretty good.
Yeah, it was alright.
I would say probably better than Dragon Spirit. Especially that first tune is just kind of really good. And like the rest of them is actually pretty good. And from what I've heard of the rest of the soundtrack, it's actually also really good.
Waka waka.
Good about Dragon Spirit. Oh god. All right. Yeah, I forgot I had this on here. So, all the games I've pretty much done in rank so far have been of Japanese origin. Let's rectify that.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Oh god. Ah.
Already, it sounds beautiful.
Did
So-
you just take us into the Atari age?
What is the country of origin?
Kind of. This is Williams. This is Defender.
Oh god, Defender, holy shit.
Defender.
Going really early to the shmup.
Yeah, reaching far into the fucking past.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't it
before I
just 2
start,
years before?
hopefully I'll go into
The
hopefully a track mode plays while I explain this. So yeah, basically you're trying to defend this planet against aliens, control this ship. You on the scanner thing you can see the people on the ground.
Yep.
And you got to make sure that the aliens don't take them all. So it's kind of like Missile Command in a way where you're trying to dodge the or like protect the cities from being destroyed.
Yep.
So yeah, you just got to make sure that they are all defended. So, you would think, like, seeing this game from like a modern perspective, you would think, oh, it's just you have your joystick that you can move, and you have a fire button, and you also like you have a warp button, and you have a smart bomb button. So this was before controls were kind of standardized and like how we figured that these things controlled. This thing has the arcade panel for this has 5 buttons and a stick that only moves up and down. Because in order to turn left or right, you have to press a button. In order to go forward, you have to press a button. So yeah, let's start. So I can only move up and down. Here's my shoot button. I have to thrust in order to move, and I have to hit a button in order to turn.
Did you just blow up your own map?
No, I think something appeared in front of it. That is one thing actually that you can do. You can actually cause the game to kind of go into a game over state by killing everyone. Certain versions of this game will prevent you from doing that. Oops, I hit.
You gave your life not for honor, but for human.
Yeah.
So yeah, also you have a smart bomb button. You also have a warp button that I never use because it always gets you killed. Sometimes, like about 75% of the time, what will
As
happen?
it should.
What
That's
happens
really
about
good.
75% of the time is that you hit the button, you appear, and then you immediately die.
Because you warp into an enemy. It makes sense.
Yep. Also, if the alien takes the human all the way to the top of the screen, they become like this, like super powered, like crazy alien that'll kind of trace after you. Or yeah.
They become a mutant.
Yep. So there's a kind of a funny apocryphal story. I'm not entirely certain of the accuracy of it. But this came out in 1980. So there was some sort of expo for arcade games at the time. And there were 3 main games that people were thinking that were actually considered like a best of show. You had this, you had a game by Namco called Rally X, and you have Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Everyone thought that this game would be it's that Rally X would be the most popular game, like out of all those, that Rally X will be known in history as one of the best game of that year.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They figured no one would be into this game because this game is way too complex. But
I mean, joke's on them.
yeah.
Because yeah, no.
Okay, that time I did that.
classic,
Shoot.
and there are a lot
You
of
just
games.
ran into it.
No, I just straight up shot it.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
its Defender is a fucking classic, and a lot of games have emulated it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe a game I'll do this weekend if I do end up doing these Sega games that maybe on Sunday.
I mean,
yes.
Pac-Man is Pac-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, as a staple of pretty much every game that Williams had out in the arcade, this game is ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
It's also, given that it's an Atari game, it looks very nice, actually.
Yes, especially for 1980. That was another thing that people kind of raved about this game for, was that for 1980, this game is very pretty.
Yes.
And like how it actually like displayed sprites on the screen like
Colors.
this. Whoop. Oh, it hit the ground too hard.
Nice, you just killed another person.
So, yeah. Yeah, that's...
The explosion effect is really nice. Like, it reminds me of fireworks.
Yes. It is pretty good. Yeah, and that's another thing. Rally X is actually pretty good. I like Rally X. Well, I like new Rally X because Rally X had to be remade because the original version wasn't that good. But in concept, it is a game that's kind of like Pac-Man in that you're collecting flags on like you're like a rally car that are being chased by other rally cars. I want to say actually, you might have seen the more famous thing from Rally X. If you've played the new Smash Brothers, that is where the special flag comes from. That item that if you hold it for a while gives you an extra stock.
I had one of those plug and play things when I was a wee tot that had a bunch of Namco games on it, and I think it had Rally X on it. Now that I think about it.
Yes. If it's the same one that I had, it was Rally X, Bosconian, and Pac-Man's, and I think Galaga.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's it, yeah.
Yeah, that was a Defender.
I think Bostonian was my favorite game on it.
Yes, Bosconian is really good. Which is why that is probably going to stay there, or stay at the position it's going to be for quite some time.
Yes.
So yeah, in position, Defender, I mean, it's definitely a classic.
Yeah.
And
it's brutally hard, though.
It is brutally hard, and also some ports of Defender make it so that you actually have a control scheme that makes sense with the controller.
Yes.
And I've played this in the arcade. It's not terribly bad, but still. Oh,
little cabinet-looking thing.
Oh yes,
huh?
Yeah. That. No, not that thing. Like it was basically a joystick that had like one button. It looks basically like an Atari controller, but you plugged it in. That's all it was.
Yeah.
In terms of position, I would place it kind of lower just by virtue of it being hard and also very old. Which I don't have.
I think it's at least better than Biometal.
Yes, better than Biometal. I don't know if I'd say it's better than Garudic.
Better than what?
Garudic. Game above it.
Garudic.
Gardic.
I am going to go ahead and put it there. And that doesn't have...
Doesn't get
nothing added
accepted.
there.
It's not cool enough.
So, yeah, funny we mentioned Garudic.
Garudic.
So this next game, I am actually going to play the Japanese version of it, this fan-translated version of it.
Oh.
And because, well, you'll see in a sec.
Peace is threatened.
Yes.
I like the soundtrack.
Yes, this has a very good soundtrack. So, things have gone haywire.
Just a
Oh
little.
no, evil Magikarps.
Yep. So, yeah, things have been going crazy. Let's go get the person who would make sense for actually... yeah, armies are not going to take this. Or they aren't. Can do this. Let's get a Miko.
What?
Oh,
Is this Poppy and Rocky, but like extreme and modern somehow?
No. Yeah, when this came out to the US, they completely took out the mage thing and just say it's like, oh, it's just a ship that will like destroy everything.
Did they keep the giant rabbit?
Yes.
Oh.
Basically, everything before the mage is the same. Yes, the mage opened up the portal to the other dimension. And she summoned the most powerful familiar. A spaceship.
Of course.
hell
The
yeah.
most powerful familiar. Gun.
So yeah.
I like this plot.
So yes. This is Gun-Nac.
Oh wow.
This, so, much like Parodius, this is basically Compile's attempt to make the Q-em up, the kind of wacky shmup, and it kind of uses Gun-Nac as its base. Yeah, this game is actually really good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go into the options because I'm actually going to keep it normal. So yeah, got sound text. As you can already hear it, the music's pretty good. You could make it for some reason that if you kill an enemy that it will automatically shoot back at you. I keep that note because why? Also, you can choose to see whether or not the NES or the game will basically make it so that the game runs faster, but it'll be more flicker, or to make it so that sprites appear more stable, but the game might slow down. Also, one cheat that I will always remember, if you turn the sound test to 5, you can select what stage you play. Yeah, oh yeah, also this. So we will be seeing her at the start of every stage, because she will act as a vendor.
Terrifying.
Yes.
McDonald's, but with bombs.
Yes, you can have bomb. It does have bombs, and you can carry up to 20 of them. So, also, I always forget what button's bomb. I can shoot it. So, yeah, it's a shmup. Play as Gun-Nac. Have pick up numbers. They correspond to weapon types. The letters are basically bomb types. So each bomb acts a little bit differently.
Okay.
The one thing I picked up are wings, which are essentially your way to make your weapons much more powerful, and also act as kind of a hit that you can take for dying. Also, if you pick up bomb types of the same letter, that one underneath, like your bomb count, determines what the strength of your bomb is. It can go up to 4. Also, one thing I didn't realize until much later, hit select, you can actually change on the fly how fast your ship moves. Which is a staple of these kind of games that started in like the early 90s when this came out. With a nice thing of not having to deal with speed up powers.
Are we supposed to be on the moon?
Traps.
Yes. Or something of that sort.
Yeah.
So, this is one of those stories that I always feel bad saying. You feel like such a
You are one, Lolo.
I know, but
Accept
it's not. Whenever it's confirmed, it's like, oh. So every stage kind of has a theme. Right. This one, this has the moon and rabbits. I believe the next stage is. I want to say it is wood. I want to say stage 3 is water. Or no.
Okay. We're gonna beat up Woodman next stage. Okay.
Oh wait, because there's a reason why it goes in that order. I think it's moon. Not wood, because wood I think is 4 actually.
So, Lolo, I have a question.
Yes.
If there are rabbits on the moon, why are they not making mochi?
Because they're busy shooting carrots at us and being assholes.
Okay, but then they're not the right rabbits.
They're evil rabbits who have replaced the good rabbits who produce mochi. Didn't you pay attention to the opening cutscene?
Well, the point that I was getting at is the themes for each stage. I was sitting in my Modern East Asia course, and my teacher was giving a lecture on the Japanese language. So each stage is based on a day of the week. So moon being the day of the moon, or this stage being the first stage is based on Monday, the day of the moon. I forgot whatever Tuesday is. Wednesday being the stage of water. Thursday being the stage of wood. Friday being the actually takes place on bank because that's the money day. Saturday being I forgot what Saturday is. The seventh stage is definitely fire. So Sunday. Yeah. So I felt kind of like. And so when he was talking, like, oh, that's what all the days mean in like Japanese language, he's like, oh yeah, just like Gun-Nac.
This artificial solar system where every day on the moon is Monday.
Yes. But yeah. So the weapons in this game, I actually do feel like this as a rarity in Shmups, is that I feel like actually all the weapons are somewhat balanced. It seems like 3, the homing weapon, is somewhat a bit overpowered, but that is because I'm playing on normal. On higher difficulties, that does not do nearly enough damage to be feasible.
A giant mecha rabbit.
Yes.
Mochi drives activate.
So, Fuo brought up something that was one of the first ways that I ever saw this game. This was one of the games that appeared very frequently on Nick Arcade.
Oh my fucking god.
Amazing.
So yes.
Goddamn nerd.
Also, yeah, here's what the bee bomb does. It shoots this kind of beam that goes from side to side.
Yeah, the bombs on this game seem really neat.
Yep. Whenever you die, they reset to 1, which is kind of lame. Also, if you get a bomb that's of a different type, you'll always reset it down to 1. But yes.
I can't believe you killed a cute bunny rabbit by rendering it blind.
Yes, you can. Lola's a goddamn monster.
We saw how many people he slaughtered in 1943 at the Battle of Midway Island.
So why was the moon brown?
I don't know. But here's our shop. So we can go ahead and buy any weapon we want. I'm going to do that. Because the main thing I want to do, so this rapid fire is basically just making your main weapon stronger. So I always tend to just put everything into that. Also, you can send bombs, which basically means that for, like, say if I sent a bomb, which I can't because I don't have any money, if I send bombs to stage 3, when I beat stage 2, I'll just get a bunch of bombs.
That's cool as hell.
Weird.
It is.
One of the girls' sides.
Oh, so we are, okay, so stage 2 is fire as well.
Alright, whatever.
Tuesday, the first day of fire.
Because there are 2 fire series.
Sunday, fire 2, hotter still.
I don't think, no. That's not how it goes.
Are you denying the sequel to Fire, Fire 2?
Oh yeah, also one thing I think it was censored in the US version, but yeah, we are fighting against matchsticks and cigarettes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And lighters.
Candles.
Look, Lolo. Smoking kills, alright?
Yeah.
Yes.
They did say consumer products were going on the rampage.
Well,
The cigarettes are merely just accelerating their time frame for killing you.
I missed the phases on the moon.
Oh, beans.
oh, I didn't mean to get B. Did I use B yet? No, I haven't used T yet. Here's T-bomb.
Whoa.
Also,
The hell is
whenever
that?
you use a bomb, it reduces your... Oh, there's a blue lander, by the way. Because, yeah, I don't think I mentioned it, but this is a compile game. But, yeah, since it is...
I'm digging the stage music though, it's really good.
Yes.
Yes. Music in this game is pretty good. Because, also one thing I should mention about this game, if for some reason you would like to, if you have an NES, and you would like to get a copy of this game, good luck. This game is super expensive.
How expensive?
I want to say it's like up to just a copy of the game. I want to say is at least 3 digits.
Hachi machi, what the hell?
Which is great for me because I was happy. It's one of those games that I just happened to be lucky enough to find, to buy. I think it was actually at a Blockbuster. And I just kept it on. And then all of a sudden, about like 3 years ago, like before then, this game wasn't super expensive. Then all of a sudden, it just rocketed in price.
Amazon is currently listing it at $299.98.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Enjoy your $300 classic piece of video game history.
Yeah, so it has gotten up to like little Samson. Well, maybe not quite that level of ridiculous NES price, but yes, it is up there.
A whole $300.
Also, this is what the W-bomb does, which is my personal favorite. It just rains off the screen.
Oh, I get it.
Perfect for
I'll
this
use the
planet.
water.
Yep.
Make it rain, Lola.
Turn this fire planet into a steam planet.
Car just blow it to bits.
This is an artificial solar system. They can always build another one.
So yeah, Lolo, somebody asked if there was a difference in gameplay between the Japanese and English release. But I'm assuming no, right?
No.
There you go.
The only thing I think would be different that you could even consider gameplay-wise, I believe the endings are different between the versions. Like, I think the US version took out some endings or something.
They took out their smoking endings.
So this is of the era of game where you can only get the best ending if you play on the hardest difficulty. Which that ain't happening. Because this game gets... I think the last time I actually sat down and tried to beat this game, I think on normal I can get up to stage 5. And on easy I can get up to like the last stage, I think. But
Holy
yeah.
shit, that sound effect is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is grating.
Let me get... Hopefully... There.
This sounds
That didn't help. That doesn't help.
You want to die. Oh no, now everything is worse.
So, this is actually kind of my favorite weapon, which is just a flamethrower that just constantly goes, and you press the button to make it go further.
Hell yeah.
Powerful flamethrower that also distorts sound and space.
It's really more the fault of everything being, I don't know, powerful enough to take multiple hits and apparently
Yeah,
the noise
that's
for
kind of the thing it is a compile staple of how they balance difficulty, is just kind of make things take more damage.
Yeah, but the problem here is the sound effect choice.
Hell yeah, boss. A tiny man with big arms.
Yep.
No, he
I
doesn't
love this man. I love this necklace man.
So wait, are we fighting forfeit here? Is that what's happening? So I just pictured that's what it looks like.
No. Not even remotely.
So not an angry man with very large head and arms.
So which planet was this supposed to be? Mars?
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a certain planet. I just know it's supposed to be on fire.
It's the planet.
So yeah, the maximum, like, if you repeatedly get the same number weapon, it's the, it'll increase up to level 8. Now I really don't have anything to buy,
Not even the rapid fire? Or you can't
rapid
keep it-
fire, I went ahead and raised that to the highest it can be. So this is kind of like in Gun-Nac, how there's that weird mechanic where if you get or like red landers, it would increase your firepower. In this one, you just buy it.
Okay.
Actually,
Are we stopping? Are we stopping and moving on to the next game? Lolo?
can't believe Lolo's fucking dead.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I wanted to make Loco think he was all alone, and then you had to say something and ruin the ruse. Ah, shit.
That is a very silly and pointless ruse.
I mean, it depends on how long Lolo's gone for.
Up, I'm back.
Not that long.
Yep. Also, I had to turn my thermostat on because, oh my god, I had the heat on, and that was not a smart move. Alright.
Why do you have the heat on during summer? Wait, are we
Because it
playing?
got surprisingly cold this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it rained everywhere.
And
Wait, we gotta go through the entirety.
Scruffo, it has not stopped raining over here.
It's same.
On top of that, it's cool now. It was fucking boiling last week. It's great.
Welcome to summers.
And now we're
Everyone's
on.
favorite area.
I mean, summers aren't usually this all over the place.
Also good, we are in 1942. Or 1942.
I mean, I have a friend who lives over in Scotland, and like a few weeks ago she was getting snow, and now it's fucking boiling out for her.
Ah, yes, the May snow that we all got.
I'm surprised we didn't get any.
How did you not? We got some snow in May.
I don't know.
Ow, my eyes. Of course, the 3-beamed flamethrower was actually just a single powerful beam.
Oh, Jesus Christ, these sound effects though.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I recognize those things. Those are the things from Fabius.
I can't believe we're at the Battle of Midway.
It was
But
bound
in the
to
future.
happen. Why is everything made out of metal?
Why not?
I hate this.
Any video games are a mistake.
There are no good video games.
I'm sad. Sad to hear you say that.
I mean, I will fight you.
There's only one good game out there, and that's
Oh,
not
now we're fighting a mermaid.
And you're wrong, it's near Automata, and I will
got
fight you.
That was.
near tomato.
I got a different bomb. Whoops.
Whoops daisy.
You fool!
Also, much other compile games, you get lives like crazy, which basically turns into, oh, at the end when they ramp the difficulty, it just turns into a death spiral.
Just, it's like hitting a fucking wall.
Just a powerful death punch. Well, anti-death punch.
Also, I'm going to say it's pretty much going to be, I think we're done with this game after I beat this boss.
That's fair. We didn't need to sit through Space Midway.
Oh my god, that sound effect though is...
Yeah.
It's really good.
Thought this game was good, Lolo.
It is, it just has not great sound. Everything else about it's good except for clink, 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 clink.
Can you like turn off the sound?
How else can he tell you're doing damage without the wonderful sounds of,
Was
of
there a
fork
remake
being
of this?
stabbed against them?
Reason for what?
A remake of this.
A remake? No.
That's a shame.
Not even a port to a different system with a different
Nope.
sound.
This is NES exclusive.
That is unfortunate.
And you Gun-Nac.
Yeah, because it's actually one of Compile special pumps.
I like that we're shooting octopi that are, for whatever reason, on aircraft carrier parts of the ships.
Yes.
Are the octopi supposed to be aircraft? Oh, so they are. They are aircraft. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the water is effective in the water stage.
But I guess it wouldn't have been very fun if you'd actually.
Yeah, having elemental weaknesses like that would be kind of not great.
Yeah.
I mean, you get enough power-ups that I feel like it would be okay anyway.
I keep on forgetting you're not invincible during bombs. Alright, here we go.
That is entirely disappointing. I thought this game
At least a bomb is, or it has permanence after you die.
Ah, the mighty space kraken.
Like a regular Kraken, because it's not in space, it's just on a different planet.
I could eat this off the rock.
They do it. Spitting rocks. Oh, wait.
I can't wait to bomb the Dodongos later.
Please
It's got reference Zelda for the rest of the night.
I mean, if we're gonna go that route, you do know that I can make it worse.
Do it.
do it.
I dare you.
Are you gonna make it worse?
You goddamn monster.
Make it worse for all of us. That's the way God intended.
I don't think God intended any of this.
Damn it, when are you gonna die? This boss is taking far too much damage.
It's
And then
almost
we
like
never got to the next game.
it's almost like it's really awful when a boss goes invincible.
Yep.
Yeah, also this weapon isn't that great. I just have a base, but then again, hit if I just die.
Yeah, it's the typical shmup problem, unfortunately.
Yep.
What are you talking about? I love games where a single mistake can punish you for incredibly long periods of time. Perhaps permanently, depending on where
Alright.
you are.
So, yes.
And then we never saw her again.
Good. The sooner she's gone, the better.
Real.
The left eye looks like a bullet. Perhaps a bomb.
Alright. So, moving on to the next. So, Gun-Nac.
Gun-Nac. Where would
Yeah.
Gun-Nac go? Next to Zen-Nac.
Already did Zen-Nac.
Next to Zen-Nac.
As a game, I'd say Gun-Nac, it's a really good shmup.
Yeah.
Do I want to know why?
I think it's better. It's more playable than Zen-Nac.
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention.
So
when
it's
this-
definitely in the upper echelon of these games. I almost want to say it's like Sorcerer Striker territory. I don't know if it's better than Kingdom Grand Prix, though.
I'd say it's better than UN Squadron.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's as good
I would
as
say,
Sorcerer Striker, but definitely better than UN Squadron.
I'm thinking it goes underneath Sorcerer Strike.
The king still reigns supreme.
I wonder what's for dinner. It's quite a lot.
I was about to ask what you were talking about, Loco, then I remembered.
Why did you only just now remember? You said the
'Cause I
King
was
Reigns
tapped out.
Supreme. What?
That was
That's
okay.
out.
That's what I thought it was. It's 1990.
Oh no, I said the king reigns supreme, I meant on the list.
Oh!
So we're not
I thought you were
taking that
saying that
down for a
because
while.
the shitty king from Once of Gavilan was on screen.
My favorite shmup.
So in terms of in terms of soundtrack, Gun-Nac.
If you take out all the
It
sound
was pretty
effects,
good.
yeah, the soundtrack is pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Um,
I don't know if
But
it's Kingdom Grand
just
Prix.
pause the great in
I also
the
don't
game
know
or
if it-
just listen to the soundtrack.
I also don't know if it's UN Squadron good. I'd say it's better than Sorcerer Striker's music though.
Hmm.
yeah. I put it about there. Like either between UN Squadron and Sorcerer Striker or Sorcerer Striker in 1943. It definitely feels where it would fit.
Put it above Source Strike. Oh god, and then next game. Next game's a doozy. Also gonna look really weird. Okay, so this is Darius. You might notice
Darius.
something different about this.
Something's wrong.
Hello,
Yeah.
Darius. You are meant to be played on an arcade machine with a big, long screen.
Yes. So Darius had a gimmick with it. It cabinet was basically what they did to try and differentiate themselves was to take 3 4x3 monitors and put them side by side.
Didn't they do
Make
the
this-
same with that one Bomberman game that allowed like 16 or 20 players or something?
No, because I think that was using linked. This is one cabinet uses 3 screens, and it's meant for 2 people to play.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of an arcade Bomberman that actually did have a big old screen, but it might have been a single screen. You're right.
I think
More
it was
like a bummer man.
What about Bomberman?
I said more like a bummer man.
Oh no! How rude of you.
All right.
You know?
So
So
This-
their gimmick is they just have a very wide screen.
yes.
Yep.
So you have all this real estate.
It's a very wide screen that you actually have to chase down the ship as it moves along.
Yes. But also, when you shoot, your bullets take forever to get to the end, so you can shoot them.
I don't foresee any issues with this whatsoever.
You'd better not miss.
Yep.
This is by far really one of the worst ideas I think we've seen.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? I love shmups where you stand all the way at the top of the screen, so that
I love shmups where you have to wait 50 minutes for you to be
Oh,
able
God,
to
I
shoot
hate
again.
It's like Galaxian, except worse. In a way.
Yeah,
Somehow.
the background is pretty.
Yes.
I mean,
It's a very-
technically
though,
speaking,
because it's
very
tiny.
nice.
So that's
just
kind
very
of that is just the
impactful.
issue of how I have to display this thing. And normally, because it is very smushed on my end, it does not. This actually looks much better if you can actually play it as at like a reasonable resolution instead of smushed like I have it.
That's probably true.
I assume you need like a second or third monitor, an extended monitor.
Or an
shenanigans on
like
there.
I have an ultra wide monitor, and even that, I mean, that you could, if you did it so that it was stretching the whole screen, it would look okay. But yes, the entirety of this looking weird is probably this would look a lot better if I wasn't reducing myself to just this box.
If you had 3 4x3 monitors all sitting next to each other.
So that was actually one thing that so there was a sequel to this that just actually came out on Steam, I think a couple months ago.
Oh,
What
really?
do you say?
That was one of the gimmicks of it, that it had support for dual monitors and ultra wide, because the arcade version of it actually did return to the widescreen, because at some point in the series history they decided, now let's just have it on a normal screen and be like a normal shmup, which actually was when the shmup game actually became decent instead of this.
Darius Burst, Chronicle Saviors.
Yes, which I will actually go ahead and say. Oh, and here's another thing of that this game is known for. Warning: a huge battleship, King Fossil, is approaching fast.
Love huge
So
battleships.
this is the main thing that this game is kind of one of the main things that this series is known for, is that all of this game's bosses are based on fish.
I think that's a series staple, isn't this?
Yes.
Because
So the
recognize-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Coelacanth right there.
Yep.
I don't think it's long enough to be a coelacanth, but
I'm pretty sure at some point we do actually fight a coelacanth.
A huge battleship.
Also, it's great because for how wide the screen is, he gets right in your face and you can't just go back. It's almost like this thing is completely pointless.
No,
Also, it has a really bad thing of...
They could be dropping missiles up from above and in front of it somehow. I don't like that.
Just to give you a spoiler, it doesn't ever do that.
No.
Ever.
There is no real reason for this to be as wide as it is. It is entirely...
Not even for the second player to use the rest of the real estate?
No, because he's going to be right by you. Also...
I know how we have reduced competition at the arcades. Just take up most of the arcade.
Just have it span the entire fucking wall.
A-Zone is over. We are now rushing into C-Zone.
I mean, to be fair, having all that space in a shmup is actually very nice.
You could have found the pizza.
Because, you know, it means you can see where you're getting shot from much farther.
Oh, also, one thing I should mention is this game's power-up system and how much of a giant dick it is. So, as you can kind of see, there's occasionally enemies that are...
no.
You have to wait for it to change color, don't you?
No, there are enemies... Well, no, because there are enemies that are different colored. They're either red, green, or blue. And as you get... If you pick up that thing up there, you see in the top left, I have a missile bomb and arm thing.
Yep.
As that bar increases, your weapons get more powerful. However, if you fully fill up the bar, your weapon will rank up, so to speak. So, missile will eventually become laser, missile being your main weapon. Missile will become laser, and then eventually turn into wave. Bomb becomes win, and then goes to ape or something, where it's basically you get 4 bombs instead of just this one. And your arm becomes its arm, then super, and then hyper. Which basically means that the barrier that you get will either survive 3 hits, 6 hits, or 9 hits. So, one thing about that's great is that if you die, you lose all of your progress on that meter. And
then there it goes again.
yeah, and there just so happens to be, in order to get fully maxed out in this game, you cannot die. Because the power-ups are so infrequent that that's just how it is. And it's kind of annoying.
What do you mean, kinda?
It's incredibly annoying.
This is kind of garbage.
Yes. Darius 1 is nothing good. I will also say there are, I think, 4 other games that Taito did this multi-monitor thing. The sequel to this game, Darius 2, did it. I also want to say they had a version that was only 2 monitors wide instead of 3.
What is the huge battleship this time?
I think Electric Fan?
Okay.
Which, yeah. There was Darius 2. There was the Ninja Warriors, which is a weird game. There's also Rastan Saga 3, I think. And that game is not that good. Actually, none of them are truly fantastic, but Ninja Warriors is just good because it has a really good song, or first level song.
Oh boy,
the rest
time
of the
to
game is
restart that entire fight.
Yep. Yeah, this is also the only game in the series, except for one game that was on the SNES, that had it so that you went to a checkpoint when you died. Most other games in the series just kind of respawn you. And this was actually so when I beat the first boss, if you kind of remember, I had a choice between 2 paths. This was the first game that Taito ever did that kind of did a system that all of their games, that a lot of their games, if not all of their games, kind of use. Whereas that their level structure was kind of like in a binary tree. So that you can, like, it's like, you get different bosses if you picked it in different stages as you did different stages.
I see.
Like, I know the Puzzle Bobble did it in the puzzle mode. Night Striker, another game that Taito did, used it. I'm trying to think what other games that used it. But I know there's quite a bit more that used it. It's Darius. I mean, you've pretty much seen the entire game.
Yep.
This game
We've
does have
seen some huge.
I will at least say it has a fairly decent soundtrack.
Yeah.
Not the best of the series, but it is fairly decent. All right. All right. So, where do we put this?
I feel like it's unfair to judge it by this one because is this Darius exactly the same as the Darius for like consoles?
Yes. This is Darius
Like-
1. Darius Twin is a completely different game.
Oh,
And Darius Gaiden is also a completely different game.
oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then that's a shame.
I want to. I'm eyeing the bottom of this list. Not quite the. Well, not the exact bottom. I'm thinking above Galaxian, which puts it at 37 out of 44.
Just remember the soundtrack being good, and I don't know if the arcade accidentally did something or not.
This game does have a good soundtrack. The ones that are more well known are the ones that are later in the franchise that have the really good soundtrack.
Maybe that's the problem.
Oop. Then for soundtrack, I'd say maybe above Gun-Nac. So it's in between Rekka and Gun-Nac EX.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. So this next game I kind of picked because I was kind of looking into it, curious about it. But it's kind of
You
weird.
misspelled Darius on the rank. Derwa.
All right. So this is also just to warn you. Oops.
Thank God we're all in Japan right now.
Thank
Indeed.
God.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey. Namco game? 1989 Namco game. This is Dangerous Seed.
Konnichiwa, Baka Gaijins. Welcome to Dangerous Seed.
No.
Kind of like Darius, this is animal themed, except rather than being aquatic themed, this is insect themed.
Oh, good.
The grabby arms.
Yes.
This is
Yes, that is the official
no.
name of that kind of insect.
I
Hell
don't
yeah.
hate this at all.
Yes. So, why don't I go ahead and start it?
Yeah, I want to hear some actual music, please.
Use the credit noise.
I will never forgive you.
Oh, this
Escape
music
from
rules
the tube.
so much. I love this music already.
All right,
Is
first
this
two.
a
Next target is
three-player
triple
game,
R.
or do we just get 3 ships for some reason?
So that is this actually has a kind of like a system like Mooncrest did, where you have 3 ships that act as your lives. They don't combine at any time, but each one actually acts differently.
Okay.
This is our first ship, the Alpha, which, and you see in the bottom,
Yep.
we get a little bar. That is actually a health bar.
Oh,
However, much like Baraduke, however you want to pronounce it, you have no invincibility frames at all.
Oh, good.
So yeah, we'll probably see that a little bit later on. Also, every ship also has a special kind of bomb kind of weapon. Also, here's the boss.
Wait, already?
Yep.
I hate this.
He's gonna get you.
Fucking kill it. I hate this.
Dead. Where'd the
What was
target?
the Yeah, but we didn't 100% destroy it. It still had its lights.
The second tube.
Where we fight strike ants.
So I'm gonna guess that the name of the ships are the Alpha, the Beta, and the Gamma.
Yep.
God damn it.
I mean, it makes sense.
I just hate when things are predictable like that, though.
You're predictable.
Maybe, but that doesn't have any bearing on what I just complained about.
Yes, the ship's
Predictably
Alpha,
wrong.
1, and A.
Exactly.
Yay.
One thing that is nice about this that I'll actually give this game credit for, this auto fire is not me like doing something in MAME. This is actually how the game actually is.
Nice.
Hyper. Oh, whoa! I've never had this happen before.
Did you just enter a secret area? Because it said something about
I
challenging
think it just
area.
basically just said screw it. I'm finishing the rest of the stage. Also, here's the boss.
Finishing
Yeah.
the rest of the stage, and you had
Oh,
full
no.
HP for a second.
All
We
right,
lost the
so we are now
control.
beta.
Back to the
Beta
second
has
tube.
like kind of a spread shot.
4 HP and spread shot.
Yep.
Down he goes.
They are dead. Now let's see if the Say will live.
So now we're Gamma.
Gamma, I swear to God, don't even. With your 5 HP having ass, don't even fuck up. You fucked up, Gamma. You suck.
Shoot the pincers. Fight the clamps. He's gonna clamp ya.
Give him the clamps. In return, of course. Not. You don't have your own and you're dead. Ah, beans.
You've been clamped.
Powerful tube.
Your James are over.
Let's have one more run.
What does 2T stand for? I mean, stage 2 and the T is for Terminator?
Thank you for your braveness. God bless you.
Wait, what?
That's a continue message.
Yeah, it's the second tube.
Oh, 2T second tube.
I think actually the T is it's meant to be the boss because I think each tube is divided into subsections.
The T is you being a huge fucking nerd, Lolo.
Oh, no.
I mean, yes, but other than that.
I can't believe the T stood for
Also,
Turbo Nerd.
collision apparently takes 2 hits.
Ah, damn.
It's okay, we've got more health left.
Melt missile.
If that isn't a missile that melts things, I don't know what the thing is.
Also, that is some laser tag ass toy sound effects, and it's great.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah, I love the sound effects. That's really sad. I feel like I shouldn't fall in love with sound effects in games.
Where's my laser tag based schmuck? I need that in my life for some reason.
I'm surprised there was never a laser tag first-person shooter, like some Unreal Engine based. Like that one Nerf game that was basically just Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
The game ruled. Not as much as UT, of course.
I mean, I don't feel.
I like how it had that
strong
real
one way or
gun that was
another,
essentially the flat cannon, but in real life. Just a Nerf flat cannon. And that's
It's
exactly what it
kid
was in the
needs
Nerf
this
game.
holiday season.
Oh no! I got
damn.
collided with.
So there is
fact.
actually a port of this to the there's actually a Genesis version of this, which probably actually is a little bit more reasonable. Or, and by reasonable, I mean I could probably actually play this a little bit better and not suck. Oh yeah. Because yeah, I had no experience with this because this has never been in any of the Namco Museum games. This is just kind of a game that Konami or Namco just kind of forgot that they ever made, and has never brought it to anything.
They legally made it so you could only play it in Japan. So
Yes.
All right.
if they tried to sell it,
They can't sell. Select. Hope you next try. I'll see you.
hope
okay.
you next try. I'll see it.
So, Danger Seed.
Okay.
It's
Very hard.
Very hard, and it seemed competent, and it had some interesting ideas.
Yeah.
But overall,
Put it next to Twin B.
and I'd say below Twin B.
Yeah. Next to Garudic.
Oh, that is the. I'd say that's a bit high for. I'd say.
Yeah,
I'd say below Nightmare.
Yeah. But is it better than Parodius?
Yes. The MSX Proteus, yes.
Yeah.
The game was an asshole.
When are you gonna play Automedius and put that at the top of the list? This is very
never.
important.
Heat Death of the Universe. That's when I'm playing it.
There you go.
Also, soundtrack kind of didn't exist.
No.
I could barely hear it, but I love the sound effects. Rated at #1 for sound effects, please.
I don't have sound effects.
Oh, just make a single text file that says sound effects.
I'll just have 2 entries on that list. For #1, I'll have Danger Seed. For #2, I'll have Radiant Silvergun. All right.
Did you record the Automedia stream?
Yes, that is on my YouTube.
There you go. If anyone wants to know why I keep joking about Automedius to annoy him, go watch that.
I am so glad I was never there for that.
You really missed a gem.
I am just gonna put
No, I didn't.
I'm just gonna put below list, just cause.
It was around the time span I'm thinking of. I was probably doing something much better with my time.
It was actually, I believe, on Christmas, or it was on Christmas or New Year's Day.
Huh. I was probably doing something much better with my time.
I think you were on vacation.
Actually, fuck, yeah, no, then that would be in February.
No, okay, then that was no, because it was definitely Christmas, because I did it as a end of year stream. Because I was saying goodbye to how shitty of a year 2016 was. So I figured I'd close it out with a bad game. But anyway.
I mean, joke's on you. Look at 2017.
I mean, so we'll end it out with, I don't know. Maybe I'll just get an arcade cabinet of one of the other Automedius games. But anyway, on to the next game. This has nothing to do with animals of any sort. And is a fairly competent shmup. This is Raiden.
Hell yes. Raiden.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. If you're doing all shmups, when are you gonna do No More Heroes 2?
What was the stage with that?
No, it's in your apartment you can play a shmup, an actually competent shmup.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought the joke was that Travis was an absolute shmup.
No, the joke is that there's actually
Yeah,
a
so that'll
fucking
be my
shmup in
second
there.
series. I'll do ranking of schmucks.
I'm
but-
Oh,
I remember it. It was
Travis
pretty-
is the best. I fucking love Travis.
So Raiden is a game that To be honest, I never really cared for it, but at least from what I remember to playing it, my main memories of playing this is actually in the arcade of the airport in Savannah, Georgia, oddly enough. So,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, let's start.
Oh yeah, these sounds.
That's why we have a shot and we have a bomb.
Oh no, all our ammo is from.
I love bomb. Bomb's great.
Hey, wait. I mean, I like the power-ups at least that don't replace each other.
Actually, the power-ups do replace each other.
What? Yeah, but at least you get to keep like one missile or one shot type at the same time.
Yep, that you do have.
Okay.
This really reminds me of Aero Fighters for some reason. I wonder why that is.
I want to say there's a reason behind that. I think they're by the same company. The
But
Aero
who
Fighter's
made
just the
this
goofy
game?
spin-off of Raiden.
Oh, you're upgrading them by collecting the same kind multiple
Yep.
times. Cool.
Also, it seems your hitbox is smaller than your sprite, so that's good on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's great.
It's a little busy.
Yes.
Was there a difficulty select at the start? No, right?
No. But I'm sure there's a dip switch of it.
Yeah, but this is probably normal, right?
Yes. 'Cause I don't think I touched any of the options for this one. Dangerous Scene, I actually think I put on the lowest difficulty now that I remember.
And it still sucked.
Sad times. I'm surprised we haven't seen any other floating H's yet.
Huh.
Oh, a bomb. And he immediately threw it.
Powerful
Yeah.
ball.
I was gonna say I have 3 more.
Don't be afraid to use your ball.
But what if a bigger enemy shows up? Ah.
So yeah, I can't remember if that was a thing that changed in later writing games. But yeah, that was definitely in the first one. If you die, you get sent back to a checkpoint, which is weird. Well, I think that's more for playing 2-player. But this game does have that mechanic where if you die, you can actually use the shrapnel that your ship leaves behind as a weapon.
I mean, yeah, that seems like it would be helpful for player 2.
Mm-hmm.
Player 2 doesn't have to be like, you keep dying and it doesn't help me. Blah, 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 blah. Now you're 3 characters from Death Note. I mean, they're
Well,
all the same character, but
I did change the
there's
options because I put on free play.
Oh, so you can just continue indefinitely from the last checkpoint?
Yep.
Hooray. I mean, that seems kind of annoying because there's not a whole lot of opportunity for you to get more power-ups, but hooray anyway, I guess.
Hooray.
Hooray.
It's Raiden.
It's Snake's best friend, some asshole he met on a boat.
Yeah.
Snake's best friend, someone he lied to about his name.
His name is Iroquois.
Iroquois Pliskin.
You can call me Ricard. I'm sad. I'm sad that there isn't a Hispanic Snake.
Oh, lay.
No. Shut
They
up.
call me Spain Snake.
No!
El Snake de España.
They call me
is-
Snack.
No, that's not how you say snake at all.
How do you say snake in Spanish then?
Víbora.
Yeah, it's Snack. SNEK.
Okay, so that's right.
That's
I
right.
apparently am not good at this game.
Man, those bullets.
But from what I
that one
remembered
guy,
of
oh boy,
like later level, yeah, it's a pretty competent shmup, especially at the time that it was made.
Yeah.
That music reminded me a lot of some 80s cartoon that we watched at some point.
Mask, probably.
Yes.
Now that I'm hearing it, that's in my head.
Crusaders.
Yes. Now I'm hearing it. Yes.
Crusaders. Fighting crime over time.
Please, get it right. I've listened to it 100 times.
All right.
He was
in terms
Reaganism
of where,
the game or
in
show.
terms of actual ranking, I
believe that later Raiden games are better.
yes. So I don't feel bad putting this a little bit lower. Definitely above Dangerous
Yeah.
Seed.
Yes. Maybe
I'd say-
between Galaga and Nightmare.
Done with that. I am going to do a quick bit of research because I'm curious.
Alright.
Not the department store, I don't think.
What if it turns out that it was a game made by a department store?
It
What
is.
then? Actually, are there video games that are tie-ins to like shitty brands?
No,
and-
it is not the same company that makes Aero Fighters.
Damn.
They apparently make Mahjong games as well. Specifically, I know they apparently have a sidearm of the company that's specifically for adult Mahjong games. But then again, adult Mahjong games is a
We don't talk about that.
redundancy.
This is a shmup stream.
specifically no smut shops, no Steam Hearts. Anyway,
Exactly.
so on to the last game of the night.
Hell yeah.
So when I did my MSX special, I took a look at Gradius 2. So why don't we? I loaded up the right one because one of them was. Looked at Gradius 2 last week. Why don't we look at? Also, of course, yeah. Why don't we also look at Gradius 2?
Thank God we are currently in Japan.
Yes. Gradius 2 Go for no Yabu, sequel to Gradius, the arcade game, plays very similar to the original, with some changes that those who are more familiar with the later games games in the franchise would kind of expect. As you can see right there, you got your power editing stuff. Where you can pick what loadout you want. You also have a choice between the normal Gradius shield and also the force field. Which
Oh no,
is
Fire Dragon.
what more? Most people. So why don't we go ahead and start?
Gopher's Revenge? Is that what Gopher no Yabu stands?
Gopher no Yabu is the ambition of Gopher.
Oh, ambition. Okay.
Also,
The
yes,
ambition of
just to
Gopher.
give you a heads up, in our ranking, we can actually set our age now.
Hell yeah.
Age and gender.
Let's start. So we have the standard Gradius loadout. We have this one. We have these ones that have the ripple from Life Force. I do not like them. I'm doing this one.
Hail gun.
Destroy them all.
Very quiet.
Ease up. Red bomb.
All Gradius games start out with the same pattern, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Destroy them all.
The exact same pattern, no changes whatsoever. All seasoned shmup players would recognize it and appropriately
I mean,
take action.
Except now, except sometimes they do that, which is
Gotta increase that speed. Gotta become more powerful.
So this particular song is actually kind of a theme for this franchise, or it kind of got shoehorned in as the theme of Gradius. The name of the song is called Burning Heat. It was actually there's a it got remixed into Konami's like rhythm games. Beat Mania and Dance Dance Revolution have a remix of the song in it, called Burning Heat Full Option Mix on Beat Mania, and Burning Heat 3 Option Mix in the DDR version, because DDR songs are slightly shorter than Beat Mania.
I see.
I mean, this is a really catchy song, but I feel like it's already been in other plays before this, hasn't it? Or is this the first play?
This is the first one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
Also, the song was in I Wanna Be the Guy.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but that's
Most
like
songs.
saying that anything else wasn't I Want to Be the Guy. It's not really an accomplishment.
however, as I watch this, I'm listening to fine classical music.
Indeed.
More specifically, the Carboys theme.
I mean, I
It's,
can put this in
very-
slow motion
very
if you
beautiful.
really want to enhance the experience.
Shoot it in
Oh, there we go, Vaporwave.
Also, one other staple of the franchise is the announcer saying, "Shoot it in the usually core."
But
This time he
one
said
doesn't
head.
have core, so.
Cap
was
it in
shooting
the
in the
head,
head.
motherfucker.
Well, destroy the core thing was started in this one.
You didn't slow motion during the explosion. What the heck?
Didn't, because that was.
Somewhere those boys are out there. Disappointed.
I
you didn't
actually
do
need to
that.
watch that yet. Also, you probably didn't hear it because for some reason the sound's really low, but it said, there's a voice that said, "You will never leave this area alive."
That's cool as hell.
Can't believe you'll never leave the arcade alive.
Yes, Vic Viper will never leave Eurasia alive.
I like how you're in the Geekerverse now.
Yeah, this level in particular is very Giger.
This series, a big fan of Giger.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Cheers. Shit's
Great
spooky.
design. It's spooky and also doesn't use up that much memory.
Yeah.
You can actually repeat patterns very easily, and that's
Oh,
fine
also,
since it
I hate
all
this
looks natural.
Look at this
Oh.
brain salad surgery, my god.
If only you were slightly faster. If only.
I don't think my speed's kind of the issue. Also, my bombs are kind of obscuring the bullets, which is kind of annoying.
Nah, here come the face huggers.
Here come those precious boys.
Yeah, so these enemies actually, if I remember correctly, the sprite that these guys, like, already got my taken away. Those
Goodbye.
enemies
Yeah.
actually appeared in Contra in the final stage.
Nice.
Those are just so unabashedly, like, xenomorph, like, face huggers, my god.
What are you talking about? Also, this boss is
Also, it said,
bastion of
"I'll smash
originality.
you."
My favorite type of xenomorph, a giant eyeball.
Oh, that was 34.
Beware, he has a powerful ball. He's not afraid to throw a ball. His most prized possession.
My god.
Is this
You're
not the one that
entering-
has the whole time travel gimmick? No, right?
No, that is 5.
Okay, just double checking.
I see you finally left Carnival 9.
No, we're in Carnival 9, Second Impressions.
Oh,
They also in the 4.
Okay, get the
that is
shield.
9.
Force field.
Now we can max out all our speed ups and be the fastest up.
Wait, what does double do again? I forget.
Double
It's
sucks.
not laser, it replaces laser, it just shoots in front of you
With
and a
this
little
loadout that I
above you at an
have, it
angle.
would basically make it so that I would have a shot, like the normal shot, going in front of me and behind me.
Ah, oh, that's terrible.
Yes, there has never been a Gradius game in which the double is worth getting. At least by my count.
I mean, if you're doing tool assisted speed runs, some people use double,
There,
but
people who are
why would
insanely
you?
good at Gradius actually have a use for double. I am not one of those people, so I never get it.
You are not one of those people. You also play other games. And have seen The Sun.
the sun.
Also, I'm actually doing much better. No, I'm not going to say anything.
Don't want to curse yourself.
Oh no, I jinxed myself and now everyone is at all of my family gone.
Oh no,
One
avoid
night.
the power-ups.
Yeah, we were playing the fun game of do not pick up power-ups or else I'll lose everything. Well, or else I'll knock out my shield, which will probably lead me to die. Or I can just run into one of these things that'll kill me instantly.
Ooh, shield
With this
regained.
wonderful physics engine of 1980, whatever year this came out in. I love how they kind of like shake.
Yes.
It's quite beautiful, even.
Like it's almost like it's a stop motion kind of thing.
This is, in fact, the most elaborate clay motion
Well, there's everything
in the
gone.
industry. Ah, damn. Rip in peace, everything.
Well, I'd love to do something about that, but I can't.
Speed up.
Or my dearest. Right then. Well.
Speed up.
All right. Oh. Oh. What happened?
Did you break it?
And that's it for Gradius 2.
Okay, apparently it. I'm
Oh,
fine, I
it
can
doesn't
live
like
with
that. It doesn't like that.
It liked it perfectly fine in the north. That's fine. This.
I don't think this level's beatable without power-ups.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick. Did Ripple Laser? Nope.
I
Fine.
see.
Nope. Nope. That's Gradius 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the problem with Gradius. You lose your power-ups and you're kind of boned. Especially with this one, because its crystal level's a dick. Which is unfortunate, because I wanted to show off the boss of this, because if you're familiar with later Gradius games, this one also introduced another thing that is a staple of Gradius games, that is the boss on Parade.
Ooh.
Where basically, later on in the game, you eventually fight a chain of bosses that are all bosses from previous games. And the boss of this stage in particular is one of the ones that appears in the Boss on Parade in later games. If you're wondering, it's the crystal guy that has the arms that shoot out. And this one in particular, you have the big core, you have the brain from Life Force, and also Death from Life,
So neat.
which was that laser guy. I don't think he had laser in. Actually, I think he's just a normal boss in this. But anyway. Yeah. That's Gradius. Gradius 2. It's better than Gradius 1, but it's a Gradius game which, unless you're really good at shmups, I mean, it's decently made. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it's not balanced in the way that games nowadays are balanced. It's a quarter sucker. Oh, also apparently the issue is that RetroArch does not like me pausing MAME. So, where would we rank that? Just for giggles, I kind of want to put it right next to Gradius 2, the other Gradius 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
debating about
the
whether underneath or
order.
below.
I think it's better than the other Gradius too.
Nope, that's Gradius 3. And soundtrack, this does have a pretty good soundtrack. The boss music and it's really good. It's a theme that will later be used in later Boss on Parade. I would almost place it above 1943.
Yeah. The music was enjoyable.
All right. So, yeah, those are the games I had planned for tonight. With it being Memorial Day weekend, I might actually do 2 other Ranking of Shmups streams, one tomorrow and one on Sunday. Probably Sunday afternoon. The one I will be doing tomorrow are, because I had a poll on Twitter, the one that won were hybrid shmups, which are ones that are, it's a shmup plus something else.
Oh.
So like a shmup in a fighting game, and a shmup in a puzzle game.
Hell yeah.
And then the one I'm probably going to do on Sunday are Sega. Surprisingly, there aren't that many. But we will definitely be looking at some good ones. So hopefully you tune in for that, because I think those are going to be very... Actually, let me take a look at the... Oh yeah, that's... And just to give you a heads up, we might have a new #1 soundtrack.
Ooh.
Is it
Oh.
Gradius 2?
No, not Gradius 2. On the games
Oh.
for the hybrids.
Yes.
Well, then also it might... Also, the Sega one might have a #1 soundtrack in there as well, too. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you tune in this weekend for one of the other Ranking of Shmups streams. Yeah, Ranking of Shmups streams. Good night.